What is going on, YouTube? We are back again, and today we're taking a look at a property that I've been wanting to look at for a minute. Just hadn't had the chance to get to it. And we're in Lawrenceville, Georgia today. And like I said, we're gonna take a look at this here particular listing. And it is a 4-sided brick home. And I just wanna know what you guys think if this home will sell and how long do you think it may sit on the market in its current state. So as we walk up to the front of the property, they got this unique bell here. Definitely could use some grass cutting out here. Spring is in full swing. So we walk up. This home was built in 1997. Got a big porch right here. Nice large porch. We get ready to take the way inside. As we enter the home, we're greeted by a welcome sign. Okay. Immediately over to the right is the formal, looks like it could be the formal dining room and living room. We're looking at a 5-bedroom, 3-bath layout here as well. So, if you roll through. Windows up front to let in some sunlight. Not the biggest windows, but big enough to get the job done. Okay. And here is the kitchen area. Like I said, I've been wanting to come out and take a look at this one. I found it kind of unique. Looks like it does have some the updating here, as you can see in the kitchen with the apron, stainless steel apron sink, which is a nice touch with the granite countertop. So they definitely did some renovating here. But some things in here, I'm like, okay, kind of was trying to make sense of it. So this is your breakfast nook area. Okay. That out there looks to be an addition. We'll check that out in a second. Then immediately coming out of the kitchen, we got the glass door to the garage. I think I mentioned this in another video. Like, what happened to the glass doors? I felt like I thought this was a pretty cool feature. For the simple fact that you could actually see who's in that garage or who's coming into the house. It's not a solid door. It's really good for safety as well, but they don't do that anymore. But anyway, that's a 2-car garage. Big laundry room right here. You've got your cabinet space there. Very large area. And you can also overlook the deck out there as well. And there's a driveway that wraps around all the way back to another building as well. We'll go back there and see if that's open. So as we work our way out of the laundry room, this cabinet right here, although was not granite. So this kind of had the original countertop appears to be in here. So they kind of like halfway did that. And maybe an issue to some people, maybe not. Coming in here, and this would be the family room. So definitely dated with the brown molding and wood, but everything is for the most part clean and put together. They did have a TV mount up there. They left it on the wall, which I am fine with. Even the pieces to put on the back of the TV to mount it, it's better than having holes in the masonry. Okay. Old school fireplace, but this is what I did find interesting, right? Look at, so this is a fireplace, but it appears to have a heater right where the fireplace goes. I'm a little perplexed by this. Is a gas fireplace. So I'm kind of wondering, like, was there an issue there? Was maybe the fireplace was cracked? That's why, but they have a black background and you just have that sitting there. So I don't know, maybe something's wrong and they still wanted heating, but they couldn't use the fireplace. It's just replacing heat with a heat source with a heat source. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at this addition. here. So we looked at another house that had an addition as well. And this is very popular for homes that are older built homes, because you can really add on to the footprint of your house. So it's essentially an add-on sunroom. And what do you guys think about these type of add-ons? So this would be the exterior of the original floor plan of the house. As you can see, it's still the brick. It's just painted white. And then you just add this on the outside. As you overlook your land and layout here. Quite grand. I mean, when you look at it, this home is sitting on 4.5 acres out here. So a lot of land. A lot of people are in the market for a home with a sizable lot. As you take a look at the hydrangea, that's in full bloom and effect. In that building out there, I believe that may be some type of workshop storage, or maybe even a garage, because that's that driveway I was telling you about that kind of wraps around. So pretty cool. What do you guys think? In the market for something like this? Yes, no, maybe so. Let's just take a trip out to the deck. This is a ranch layout. I don't think I mentioned that. This is a ranch home. Very sizable deck. You do have access up onto this deck from the front. And this is also a home that has wheelchair accessibility, right? So it has accessibility for those that may need a ramp to be able to come up and access the home that are not able to do so via the stairs. So that's nice, okay? Although it seems like it's a little tight in there, but you might be able to fit, should be able to fit in there. Okay, that is really nice. It's something that a lot of people do not think about when they're listing their homes or selling their homes, which is understandable if you do not have to accommodate for such a thing. But there are people out there that need to have such access. Okay, so like I said, nice large lot. You take a view out there. We come back in to the main family room. I don't think, oh yeah, it is conditioned out there. There's a wall unit. So it is conditioned. Okay. Let me know what you guys think they want for this too in the days on market. How long you think this house has sat on the market or will. So we come down here, before we go down the hallway, this is where we came in. And this is just a coat closet. Now, when we came in, if you notice, they did painting in here. So they did some painting on this molding here, top to bottom, and it isn't brown. And they did the same over here, okay? But as we move into the home, they did not carry that theme throughout. That is definitely noticeable. But really on the second time around is when you kind of really notice it. So here is a full bath down here. Just shower, tub combo, and your vanity. Okay. There you go. All right, and then over here is the bedroom. Look in the front yard. And this is your closet. Nice size closet. Decent sized bedroom as well too. Floors also appear to be in good condition too, guys. And here's another bedroom. Let's see, some light. There we go. Lights are dim. Not a lot of LEDs in here, but you do have a nice size closet there. Nice bathroom here. I'm not sure, this may be the primary suite. I'm not sure. Look like they may have done some renovation in here as well. I'm not sure, guys. It might be. And this is your toilet. Okay. All right. We keep going. Come out of here. This looks like it's a closet of some type. Yeah, this is your linen closet. Okay. And at the end of the hallway, there's another room. So that other room must have been the primary, because this is just another standard bedroom. Here's your closet. Okay. So most of the rooms, for the most part, are located on the front of the house. Right here on this range, which is fine. Okay. All right, we'll work our way back through here, and this would be the basement. Oh, look at this. Interesting. So I believe this is like one of the Acorn units. It used to be a company called Acorn, guys. And they used to sell these, I'm not sure the company's still in business, but they sell these chairs, or basically it's like a transport to get downstairs. And basically the chair would ride on a rail system. You would strap in, as you can see here. So you would strap into this chair here. It would you collapse it down, and then you could just basically ride down the steps. Now it's not plugged up, and even if it was, I wouldn't be trying that. But that would also explain the ramp outside. Maybe the person, the previous owner here, needed assistance getting up and down different levels of the home. And also that might be a reason why they chose this ranch style home. Although coming down the steps with that there can be a bit of a challenge. It takes up a little bit of space, but that's cool. I never seen one of those in person. But like I said, this is the rail system that it will ride on here. So you come down here, you just hop in, and it takes you up. All right, so we are down into the basement area. This is a full basement. There's a hot tub out here. Okay. And this is your first room when you come down into the basement area. Very well done down here. This actually looks more up to date than the main level. Now you do have a large fireplace right here. But this one is not covered up. This one seems to be standard, and it's a nice deep fireplace. Deep fireplace is always great. You can really load it up with whatever fuel you're using to burn that. Burn with any type of wood or your timber, and it's able to hold it pretty well. But that one's not covered. It has that mirror above it, which is interesting. Okay. We'll just kind of go over to the right down here and see what's down this way. This might be just storage. Yeah, this is just understanding storage. Okay. Any lights? Maybe. Somewhat. All right. As we come down here, here's another room. You can use as a bedroom. View out to the back. Closet. A lot of space in this home. Definitely a lot of space. We exit this bedroom, come over here, and we're looking at 1,900 square feet down here and 2,388 up top, above grade. And this is the other bedroom. There you go. And then you have a view to that beautiful hydrangea. I mean, that is just a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. Okay. And this is just another closet. Spider webs everywhere down here. Good size closet. Okay. Come out of there. Okay, and then this is, I think this is just, maybe they were going to turn this into a bedroom. I don't have any light in here for you guys. Sorry about that. But they do have a light fixture. They got a fan up there. I don't know if you guys can make it out, but this is a sizable room. Maybe they were going to eventually turn it into a room, but nonetheless, you have that space there. I mean, you could probably use it for like a workshop or such. So that's nice. All right, so we're going to head down the cobweb hallway here. Back to this main area. Then immediately over to the right, you have an even larger space, okay? Let's start down this way. So you have a larger entertainment area down here. A lot of space in this one, guys. There's a big closet. You could almost make this a living area down here just by itself. You got a full kitchen area over here. You got a stove, a sink, all of that down here. Double basin sink. Yeah, you got the works. Definitely got the works. Then coming in here, you have, okay, so they turned this into the workshop. So this is the workshop area right here. Nice. Okay. Okay, it's a lot of great utilization of space. So over to the right, coming out of there, there's like another, just a hallway area. Then you have another full bathroom here. Okay. I mean, of course it could use some updating, but man, it's space for days. Okay. And we still going. This would be your utility area, your mechanical room. This goes back pretty deep in here. Like I said, it's just spider web for days in here. All right. 1,900 square feet down here. I could believe that. So this is still a desirable layout as we take a look at the backyard. The ranch layout is pretty desirable. It could definitely be a forever home just because you don't have to worry about traversing steps. You do have the basement area as well. That's a finished basement. That's pretty appealing. This is seems like the build up that they made for the hot tub right here. Okay. All right. It's a fairly newer air conditioning unit. I could tell too. It feels quite comfortable in the home. That's always a good touch. Now, let's see. Let's work our way out here and see if this is open. So, there's a driveway wrapping around, and this is the view of the property. Like I said, the grass is a bit growed up out here, but looks like they might have had some type of garden out there. Straight ahead, you can see those trees out there. So that might be some type of fruiting tree. Let's go take a look at it real quick. Let's see. Let's take a look and see, shall we? I'm not sure if they have it labeled. They don't have it labeled, but if you're a tree connoisseur or foliage fanatic, let me know what kind of trees you guys think this is. I can check the listing notes when we get up and talk numbers and see if we can find out. But definitely a lot of land out here, for sure. Definitely could see the 4.5 acres, for sure. All right, let's take a look over here inside this building. So this is an extra building. Looks like they had added on. Man, this grass though, definitely need to be cut down. Oh, it's open. Okay. So as we suspected, it is a garage door. All right. Nice large space. Could definitely be a shop. Okay, look at the classic cabinets. The old tags. I have that in my garage too, guys. So definitely was a car person as well, I would assume. You got all your workbench and your cabinetry there. Okay. Even if you didn't use this as a garage, you can use it as a gym. I mean, we looked at a house previously on the channel, probably about I believe it was last year, they had an awesome gym and a setup like this. Okay, and it's open to this other area. You could also insulate it in here as well further. They have it all studded out. Okay. Come out to more of the property out here. This is definitely nice, guys. This is really nice. It's very quiet out here. A very quiet neighborhood. 4.5 acres. Could you see yourself moving in here and taking advantage of that? What's over here? It's a gate over here. I wondered if they have anything over here. Oh, that's just the driveway. We got our carpenter bees doing mad work to this wood as well. But anyway, let's get upstairs and let's talk some numbers and finish this one out. I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so that concludes our tour of this here property located out here in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And I want to know you guys' thoughts. What did you think about this here house? This is a ranch layout, so basically there's everything's on one story, and that is a very sought after floor plan just because you don't have steps to contend with. Then on top of that, you actually have a basement. You have a fully finished basement downstairs, with the exception of a couple of rooms, like the mechanical room, and there was one room that wasn't finished. But for the most part, everything down there is done. And they even have a workshop room down there as well. So this is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath ranch, as we stated earlier. Bricks on 4 sides. And also, this home was built in 1997. So what do you guys think about that? Is that a little too old for you, or can you work with a home built in 1997? Now, we did notice coming in, they started to paint the front white, like they did the brown trim white up front, and it looks really good. It gave the home a more up-to-date look. But as you pass that area, most of the trim was brown in the house. So, and it's like they kind of stopped it there. So I do wish they would have continued that thing throughout there and not give that break in kind of just in visual of the colors in the home. Now, the countertops are updated. The kitchen is in decent shape. The wood floors are in great shape for the age of the home, and so is the tile, as I'm standing in the kitchen right now. But there are some things that are dated. Just the brown trim really does date the home, like the cabinets that are behind me. Now, you are sitting on 4.5 acres. That's a lot of acreage. You can do a lot with that. Some people look for a larger lot, mainly because they want to expand on that lot. I mean, you already have a workshop slash garage out there as well. So you can use that as a gym. If you didn't want to use it as a gym, you can use it as some type of automobile shop or whatever you wanted to use it for. It still could be conditioned and fully insulated, as most of the work is already done for you. They also have an addition out here as well, a nice large sunroom over to my right, which definitely is something that could be very useful as well when it comes to entertaining your guests. So this home has potential, and that's why I really wanted to bring this one to your guys' attention today. I think it has a lot of potential. It does have some quirks to it. We did see the assisted chair for the stairs. Like I mentioned earlier, during the walkthrough, I believe it was a company called Acorn, and they did produce those type of chairs. I don't know what the name of that manufacturer was, but they used to make chairs that would help people, not just the elderly, but that would help people that were unable to traverse stairs, get in the chair, secure themselves, and go up and down a flight of stairs. And there also was a handicap accessible ramp over there on the deck too, to kind of get access into the home. So that kind of stuff could really be appealing to some buyers that may have that, that feature that they're looking for in a home. Now, it is 2,388 square feet in the immediate house itself, and while on the above grade level, and it is 1,900 downstairs, as I stated earlier about the features in the basement, and I can really see that 1,900 square feet. You also have a 6-person, as it says here, hot tub down there as well, and they do have they have some things built up around it for entertaining as well. Now, I wanted to know what kind of fruiting trees those were out there. So if you guys are into plants or know anything about fruiting trees, comment below on what kind of trees you think those were outside. There's plenty of room for gardening too here. If you're into gardening, there's plenty of room. There's a lot of sunlight, which will be excellent for any type of fruiting trees or leaf vegetables or greens that you would like to grow here on this here particular property. You do have 4.5 acres to do so. Now, with that being said, this home has been on the market for over 35 days. So is it too much to ask for somebody to see that much potential? Does somebody look at this and say, okay, yeah, I can definitely work with that? Or somebody's just really, the home is still turnkey. You can come here and just move right in. But what does that potential buyer see? What do they want to see when they come to this type of property or this particular property? Now, there are some issues here, or some hindrances, I would say. One of the main ones, there were a lot of wasp nests coming in here. And they were just they've kind of started to take over. I know spring is in full effect, and you could tell. You don't want your potential buyers to be dodging wasps coming into a home. That could be a little off-putting, although that is something that could be easily rectified. And also the the lawn here, the grass. Definitely could use some cutting, edging, just a little bit of manicuring to really change the look, transform the look of this property before you even pull into the driveway on this particular one. So those few things I think could definitely help. And then retaking those exterior photos with that in mind, that'll really draw in a few more people as well. So like I said, to me, the good things about this property is just the utilization of space and the acreage and the potential that this property has. I think it has a lot of potential, but I want to know what you guys think. Does it have enough to catch your eye as a potential buyer? Now, how much do they want for this particular property? They want $759,900 for this particular property. Is that too much? Comment below, let me know what you think. Oh, and something else I thought was unique. Right behind you guys, the fireplace. So the fireplace was, they had a heater in front of the fireplace and the background painted dark. So if you glance at it, it looks like it's just a fireplace, but it's not. They put another heater in front of it. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe they wanted better heating. Maybe the fireplace didn't put out the heat that they wanted, and they wanted something that would throw more heat out into the main area. It's just the first time I've seen something like that for sure. So, like I said, the home was unique. It had some unique features, but it had character. But it's character enough to get this home sold. So without further ado, thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your favorite bearded agent. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.